Hey there. Are you one of those people who has a difficult time saying no? Do you feel guilty when you say no? Are you a people pleaser? Let's talk.
English without fear, where you can learn to speak English naturally through listening to stories.
For years, I was one of those people who found it really hard, really difficult to say no when someone invited me to do something that I didn't want to do. Or if someone asked me to help them and I didn't want to do it. I felt like I was letting them down if I said no. And that felt painful to say no. But I have gotten better. I have learned to say no without anxiety. And I'll tell you how. When I was looking into this online, I read some psychologists who gave reasons why people find it difficult to say no. One of the reasons, apparently, is the fear of missing out on an opportunity. If someone says, "Would you like to go to this workshop on the weekend?" and you really don't want to spend your weekend sitting in a conference room learning something new, but you feel, maybe it'll be important. Maybe if I don't go, I'll miss out on something. I'll miss an opportunity. So you say yes, even though you want to say no. That's called the fear of missing out. And apparently, that's one reason a lot of people say yes when they rather say no. Another reason, according to psychologists, why we find it difficult to say no is that we feel guilty. Like we're supposed to say yes to everybody who asks us to do something. Where did that come from? And why should we feel guilty? Why is there this felt expectation that we say yes? That's kind of crazy when you stop and think about it, don't you think? Maybe it's because we feel selfish and everybody says, "Oh, Maria, don't be selfish. Don't just think what you want to do. If someone needs your help, help them." Maybe that's why we feel guilty. Here's something else to think about when it comes to saying no or yes. If we have said yes, but thinking about it, we feel like, I wish I hadn't said yes. What am I going to do? It's okay to go back to the person and say, "I'm sorry, something has come up. I'm going to have to cancel. I'm going to have to say no to what I already told you yes. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. But something has come up and this is not a good time for me." Period. Stop. Don't keep explaining. They might be disappointed, but they're big boys and girls and they'll get over it. It's better for you to do what's right for you instead of feeling guilty, instead of feeling angry because you said yes when you wanted to say no. Here's one other reason I read online why we say yes when we rather say no. If we can help somebody, we should. That's a dangerous belief. That means every time someone asks you to do something, you should say yes. But there are other people who might help out. You're not the only person. You and I, we don't have to say yes to every request for help. There are too many requests, just like there are too many opportunities. Somebody else will help out, and there'll be other opportunities for us maybe to help this person later. So don't feel pressured into saying yes when you really don't want to. So how did I learn to say no more easily? I just started practicing. And the way I started was learning to say this when someone asked me, Maria, do you want to come to dinner this weekend? Or Maria, would you like to attend this conference or seminar next week? What I now do is say, thanks for asking. Let me check my calendar and talk with Mike, and I will get back with you. I will let you know. Give me a day or two. Is that okay? And then I go home and I think about the opportunity, and I already have a sense of, I don't really want to do that. So then I do contact them when I say I will the next day or within 2 days and say, Bob, thank you so much, but now's not a good time for us or for me to come to dinner or to attend that conference or seminar, but thanks just the same. Friends, it gets easier when you practice. Asking for time to think about it is really healthy. It gives you space. You're not caught off guard like, what do I say? It gives you time. And it's a normal request. Nowadays, I'm getting even better at saying no. For example, last month, somebody texted me and invited me to a seminar, a conference on a Thursday night about nutrition. I like learning about nutrition, but I don't like going out at night. So I immediately responded by text and said, thank you so much, Kate, for asking us. It was for me and for my husband, Mike, but we don't go out at night after dinner except to church on Wednesday nights. But thank you so much, and I hope you get a lot of people who are interested in attending with you. And that was that. It was easy. I didn't even have to say, let me check my calendar or let me check with Mike. It was really easy. I'm learning to be honest. Why not? It's my life, right? So tell me about you. Do you have a difficult time saying no? Can you be direct? Or do you go all the way around and go, well, I don't know, maybe, perhaps? Some of it might depend on culture, where you're from, what your background is. So leave me a comment and tell me about you and if you find it hard or easy to say no. Well, that's it for this episode. I'm Maria from English Without Fear. Talk to you next time.
Thanks for watching. For questions or comments, here's my email